Everybody, it's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and I want to send my condolences to those two people who lost their life at Club Playos, man, in Indiana. That's a sad event, man. People still going to these clubs with the mindset to do something to somebody. You know, it's an innocent lady who lost her life, man. It's somebody kids who ain't gonna have no mama no more, man. And that shit rubbed me the wrong way, because I done said this plenty of times. People don't be deserving that shit, these innocent people. Young lady in the club partying, shit happened, her life get took. I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. Club Playos is actually the same club where Herbo got into a big ass altercation. You remember, it was a big ass fight in there. It went crazy. It actually been a lot more other shootings at Club Playos, to the point where I actually went there and did a video in front of that place to tell you about the violence that was going on in there. You know, the owners of Club Playos actually contacted me about that video I did, letting me know that they wasn't the owners when that shit happened to Herbo. I told them I wasn't really dirtying up you guys. I don't think you guys did anything wrong, or the owners before, but just that place is very dangerous. A lot of killings, man, in that place. Is in the area where I'm not sure why is it violent like that, but I let them know, you know, I'll let it be known that new owners own the place. But once everybody, it's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people are always asking me about like the drill culture in like nightclubs, because they hear about the violence in public places. And I tell them, to be honest with you, if you rapping that kind of rap and you living that kind of lifestyle, then you know being in public places might not be the right good idea for you. We seen what happened to Pooh Shiesty. Police alleged he shot somebody coming out of a club. We all seen the video of Lil Durk recently hopping off stage, I believe in Milwaukee, in the club. One of the first times we really seen the danger in nightclubs. Before I get to that, we recall incidents at Adriana nightclub. There's actually people got killed in there. It's a rapper by the name of Chris Smoke from Kush Cowboys actually lost his life in that club. But one of the first times we actually got to see the danger, like firsthand, with our eyeballs, was like in 2015 with Lil Herb. I think he go by the name Herbo now, famous drill rapper. He was actually at a nightclub in Indiana, I believe Joe's Sports Grill and Bar, something like that. We actually right there right now, as you can see. It got like a different name right now, but this is actually the nightclub that Lil Herb was in. They was in this club performing. He was almost like at the height of his career and shit. He was just getting there. He was performing his hit record, Rolling, in here, when some crazy shit happened up in here, man. A brawl, a big ass rampage. It went kamikaze as hell in here, man. A big fight, all kind of shit. Lil Herb and his NLMB homies from Chicago, man, the East Side, came out here to this club to perform, and the shit went haywire. Big ass fight. We seen Herbo throwing the knuckles. He was stomping people. Herbo was putting the feet on people and all kind of shit. We seen people was running all out the club. This whole thing was filled with all kind of shit, man. People thought that people were gonna die in there. Inside of this club, it was people knocked out. We recall one guy get knocked unconscious. He was laying down on the ground. He missed the whole fight because they was in here brawling. They were throwing chairs, bottles. People was getting their head busted and all kind of shit. Let me show you something, man. Come with me. They were actually outside. People still be throwing little events and shit up here. You can see them. As you can see, they got Playos nightclub. I guess the name changed after a lot of that violent shit that had happened. But this shit done been changed. The name of this place has been changed several times. A lot of people have been killed in here, man. Not killed in here, but killed in this area. A lot of shooting in this area too, to be honest with you. This is a famous section in Gary, Indiana, to be honest with you too, man. As you can see, it be like beat down houses, the roofs be all fucked up and shit. Just look at everything over here, cameraman. It just look a little ran down. Now, I don't want y'all to get that confused by me saying that the city is just fucked up, because the city is a little fucked up, but it's good people out here. Some of the best people I done met in my life is in Gary, Indiana. Michael Jackson actually from out here too. I want to take a look inside of this nightclub, cameraman. This is dark and you can't really see, but This is the place, man. It was people running and shit all through the doors. People were running all through the doors and shit like that, trying to get away because it was just so much shit going on. Let me tell you something. It was a big brawl, a big fight right here. It was a big fight outside too, because that shit came outside, you know. As you can see, the big sign. This is in Gary, Indiana, and I want to show you. This ain't like in those other clubs that be like in Chicago, off Manhattan, in the back of like a suburb. This shit actually in the neighborhood on the block. It's people live over here. So, you know, I don't know if that was an Indiana against Chicago thing. I don't know if that was a gang thing. I just think that was a street niggas testing street niggas type of thing. A lot of people tried to make it an Indiana versus Chicago thing. I don't think that's what it was coming in. I think it was more like just street niggas, man. You rapping that street shit, somebody might want to test you, man. You know what? And they told me it's a lot of abandoned buildings out here, man. It's a lot of abandoned shit. When you get out here, this is actually a city where it's a lot of people that have been murdered and put in abandoned buildings out here. Right down this block down here, man, it's a famous story about a guy who was like a serial killer and shit like that. He was dumping people in abandoned buildings after he raped them and all kind of crazy shit. The house is actually down here. We might get an opportunity to go down there, but I'm not sure if we're going to do that because it's something else I want to show you guys. But remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We don't need no donations. Keep them to yourself. I'm going to be okay. You want to support me, you hit the like button. But I just wanted people to come out here and see what I was talking about. I wanted to show you that, you know, the drill culture is dangerous in the streets. And it's also dangerous when you come in these nightclubs too, you know, because some of the most gangsters people in the cities comes out here to get their dance on and listen to this music. People be drinking, people be smoking, people be popping all kind of pills, doing all kind of weird drugs. Their anxiety levels, people be really hyped up from that music and shit. Next thing you know, man, you fuck around, catch a body in here, man. People trying to impress the women. It's all kind of stunned. Everybody just flamboyant. You know, you got to be careful. When you live in that life, you can't be in a place like this. But yeah, we're in Gary, Indiana. This is one of the first times we ever seen how the world react to drill rappers in the club. And it didn't go so well. Luckily, nobody lost their life. All they had was a lot of lawsuits. Herbo, he faced a lot of lawsuits. He talked about this on Vlad TV. He even had an interview with like the Chicago Sun-Times where he spoke on this, saying this is like a dent in his career. But subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate the love. It's the homie True Teller, the street reporter.